guys. How the heck are you? Let's hear some good news. What's going on?
I started to fix the problem.
Okay, hang on. One of the two of you figure out who's going to go. Come on, duke it out.
You go. You go, love. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I don't have much. I've been working on all kinds of paper crap, and one of the things that I've just discovered was that I've been paying for Audible twice every month. For I don't know how long. So apparently I started the first one under my daughter's email, and it must have not shown up or something. So I finally figured out where mine was, the email attached to the account, and did it again. So
you must have a lot of credits in there.
Well, I managed to get them to do $84 worth yesterday, but that I knew that wasn't all of them, and
Right.
they couldn't tell me, they wouldn't tell me which email it was under. And I've got different emails, even ones that were from KW that don't exist anymore, and I didn't know how long it'd been going on, because I do a quick glance and I go, okay, that looks fine. And
Right.
yeah, so they gave me 6 months credit until I can prove what email it goes with it. So I sent my daughter an email and said, if you get a strange email from Audible, it's me.
Right. Yeah, and let's figure this out. Well, good. I'm glad you got 64 credit, and you probably have a lot of book credits on there. So have fun. Or for the 2-for-1 sale and then really load up. Oh my gosh. So love me some books. All right, let's hear some more good news.
Well,
Go,
Bree. Go ahead.
Hey, we're having dueling good news. All right, you two duke it out.
You win.
Corners wins.
Smart man. Let the woman win. No, I'm kidding. So it's not real estate related, but I got a $25 gift card from work for Thanksgiving, but I wasn't there for Thanksgiving, so they just gave it to me. So it's a $25 gift card to a grocery store, which is my second home. So
with all those kids.
Huh?
I bet it is with all those kids.
Right. And different, like, they know me. They're like, oh, how are the kids? How's school college application process going for so-and-so? And so anyway.
All right, Bree froze. That's her good news. Congratulations, Bree. Happy shopping. All right. Next.
Yeah,
Where
so
the culture was.
oh, there she go.
You all right?
I was being intentional about culture. And I chose where I am now because of the culture, not because of the immediate money. So I was hired 2 more places. One, I could have made quicker money. This one, I make enough. So they're paying for me to get my sommelier certification, and the culture is great.
Nice.
So the reason I went there was not great, but I'm at the right place at the right time.
Sometimes in my life, I feel that it's God has to make it really ugly where I am because I won't move when I should. And so sometimes it's like, oh no, since you won't do it, let's make it soft and then you will do it. So, and it's good when I do it. So sometimes I stick too long at stuff that I should not stick at.
And I'm able to focus on my real estate. Like when I'm not there, my head is clear.
Right.
Versus before, I'd leave there and I was stressed. And so my business suffered.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The swirling brain that's focused on the wrong things. Yep.
So
And I'm just going to say, what a bunch of bullshit that we give people, those type of people, that kind of headspace. Like,
and they fired my son. So they went after my son last week. he was working there, and for no warning, whatever, he went in and they escorted him to the office and then escorted him off the premises and then harassed him while they were escorting him.
So we should do a little thing here. Who all's been escorted off of premises, or is it just Bree, Son, and me?
Right.
Because I've been escorted off. I was banned for life, forever going back. I worked at Pierce Transit. I worked in the dispatch office, and I was banned for life. And which is hilarious because that Thanksgiving I showed up with pies for everybody because I did pies all the time for everybody and for Thanksgiving. And I showed up with pies and I just walked in the door with a bunch of pies. I mean, nobody's going to kick you out when you have a bunch of pies in your hand. They're just not going to do it, you know? So.
And then they'd have to explain to everybody why they're kicking you out while you have the pies.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but it's dysfunctional. So I'm sure there's no explaining going on. All right, more good news. What do you got?
Craig, what you got?
I forgot.
Bull crap.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel bad.
I made I had a meeting with a lender, the one I was telling you about the other day. And so it seemed like it's gonna be a really good relationship so far. So we're gonna
Is it for residential or investment?
residential.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So we're gonna do 2 events. The one was we're gonna do the affordable housing event, you know, get people in there and get them pre-approved to buy a home. Essentially, it's new home workshop, basically, buyer workshop, basically.
Yeah, first time home buyer kind of a thing.
Yeah. But the other, she has a photographer, a media company that she uses. I need headshots. I need new headshots. So I mentioned to her, why don't we get together? We could get, I think it's like 10 or 11 EXP agents here right in this town. Let's get together. Let's have a headshot party and we can get it at a discount. So
I love that. We used to do that when I was the team leader. We did that twice a year. We did headshot.
okay.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a fun day.
Yeah. So
Maybe even get the title company in on paying for part of it, and then you can like display their logo so it's even cheaper or free for the other agents.
And you can
Ooh.
open it up to other agents that are not EXP.
that's true. Didn't think about
look
that.
how fun this is. Yeah, we did like we would do pizza and if it was in the morning, we did like mimosas and bagels and stuff like that. And then we would do headshots throughout the day. And so a little bit like it doesn't hurt to have a mimosa before a headshot. And
Probably not. I never thought of that, but it probably
Yeah,
would look
so-
much better.
Yeah.
exactly, just one, like don't drink
Oh,
4.
darn.
Yeah, one can help. So it was just, it was always a fun day because everyone's always dressed to the nines, you know what I mean? And it's a big party atmosphere. So I really would enjoy that. The photographer always gave us discounts, you know, and then we had, like you said, we had, like Bree said, we had Tyler or somebody else coming alongside with it. And we put it out there to everybody, you know, it's headshot day, pick your time slot.
Yep.
In California, did you offer a blunt?
Did
My
you
office
what?
was that offer a blunt. My office was not that progressive. So anyway, all right. What other cool news, Craig? What else you guys got? Liz, can you talk today? Are you a talker today?
I can. I just don't know what I have to share. I want to say some of this stuff has landed well in terms of, you know, sometimes God makes things a little horrible so that, you know, it's time to get out. A little bit of that's going on at the firm. So I'm trying to keep it, and it's not just like geared towards me. There's like, they're making changes that I'm pretty sure, and we're looking into, are not legal. So we're gonna, what's my good news? I don't know.
That you're aware of that.
That I'm aware of that. I'm gonna help, you know, my coworkers come down from the ledge about all the changes and see what we can do about it. And in the real estate space, I've continued to make a couple more appointments regarding people who are looking to do something with some funds they've got lying around. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know if anybody knows this comedian, but on a social note, going to see Jerry Seinfeld on Saturday night because he's here in DC and I cannot wait.
Nobody knows who Seinfeld is.
Why? They should anyway.
That's
Sounds
awesome.
like fun.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Very, very cool.
Anna
Um,
got cut off like 1,000 times.
I know. So, and Anna can talk a little bit. So, Anna.
I can, yes. So yeah, last night, I don't know if that guy did anything or what, but I got 2 more leads from Bigger Pockets. I had a Zoom meeting with my second one yesterday. Remember I was sharing the lady that wanted to invest in like multifamily homes for 250.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she clarified, she's this really, really nice lady. She's just looking to help her son get started in life to be independently, financially independent. And her son was on there with us. It was really interesting. Like they were referring to each other, yes, ma'am, and hello, sir. And she was talking to him in like sirs and him to her in ma'ams. But they basically want to give him a good start in life, and I just thought it was so amazing. They wanted to purchase, preferably they wanted a fourplex so that he can stay in one of them and rent out the other ones. But their budget is quite limited, so they're going through some changes with probate and everything related to her mother's death, and will get back to me. But that went really, really well. And then I got 2 more from Bigger Pockets, but I do have to say, for anyone who's considering, and I just realized this yesterday, so if they can select more than one agent and these guys don't vet them out, and not to mention that they send the leads to you and I don't know, they count the lead against you, but then you don't, I don't know, it's weird. It's very weird. But so far so good. So far so good. I got 2 more on my profile. I did specify that I want to work with budgets of 500 plus.
Mhm.
And so far these 2 that came in were like at 250 and 300. So I'm like, I don't know. It seems like you don't restrict your own criteria, which but which is a limitation. But hey, if you close one deal, that already has paid for itself, right?
So
And you're on Bigger Pockets, so
I would track your leads and what closes. And if there's
Mhm.
ever an issue, so we had a company that I worked with that did short sale leads. And
Uh-huh.
so I worked with them, and originally there was me and I think 2 other agents that they were giving the things to. And I had an 80% closure rate with short sales. Most people, the average in the nation is 40%. And so I went to the company and I'm like, my closure rate's 80%. And they were like, yeah, we've noticed that your closure rate is higher than like by double anybody else's. And I'm like, I want everything. I want it all. Why would I not get everything? And that was it. I got everything from that point forward. Now,
Right.
our program is that you're paying up front. So it's not going to be, you know what I mean? But I would use the concept if I had a lead that went to a different Bigger Pockets person also, you know what I mean? I would get that if my closure rate's sky high, and I know yours will be, then I would get that taken off my, well, I'm not paying for that one. Like I want to get a different one
Mhm.
to me or something. Just
Yeah, and
closure rate.
that's I totally agree with that. Thank you so much, Gina. But one of the limitations of their program right now is that it's so new that they don't actually tell you that this person has already gone to this and that. So you don't know if you're getting an exclusive lead. You don't know if they selected you or if they were randomly assigned to you.
Right.
There's
It would-
literally no indication as to that. So that's what I don't
Right.
like about it.
Yeah, and I hear you on that. The only way around that is if you give me a lead and it doesn't close with me and it does close, then I know who the other agents are on Big Pockets. I can
Uh-huh.
track that agent's closures. I can track theirs as well. So I can't tell, I can't tell if they were bigger pocket leads or their own leads, but I can
Mhm.
certainly tell who they're listing with and the buyer's name after. It would require some work. But the first
Mhm.
thing I would do is track my closure rates. And if my closure rates are really, really high and really good, then I'm gonna go after any, you know what I mean? If I think that there's something like that. If I see a pattern, I'm completely going after it.
Mhm.
Like I know I knew who my competition was, and I knew their numbers, and I was very on top of their numbers and the weak spots in their business and then mine. And I knew I was going to go up against, there were 3 agents I was going to go up against inevitably. And so I knew all the stuff on all 3 of them. And I was so I went to my broker and I'm like, can I say this? Can I say, their list of sales price, one girl discounted, she listed it really, really high and then drop until she got her offer in. And so her list to sales price ratio, that was her weakness. So her list to sales ratio sucked and mine was sky high. So I'm like, can I say that? And they were like, if you have proof, and I always had the proof that printed off every month. She's like, you can say whatever you want. So I would say if I was up against Lori, and they said, yes, there's another agent. Can I ask who it is? Lori, oh, Lori's a great agent. Her list price to sales price ratio is 78.9 or whatever it was. And they would go, wow. And they're like, wait, you know that, and 78.9 sounds good. And I would go, mine's 97.5. And would say, and just shut up. And then, are you guys ready to do the paperwork? And then we would do the paperwork. So there's always a weakness in their business model to your business model. You just have to figure out what it is. And it's all on the MLS. You just got to analyze it, figure out what it is, have the proof with you, and then you're good. Once you know who the biggies are that you're playing up against, usually 1, 2, maybe 3. And that's it. There will not be 5. There's 1, 2, or 3. So anyway,
It's in the Austin market, they have 15 or 17 agents. I'll go back and calculate. 17 or 15. So I'm curious to know how many of them actually stay on after a long period of time. How many of them are just trying it out and then getting out, and how many are there to stay?
And the other thing that you might want to check, because I did this after the presentation last night, and when Gary went to the whole site of where the money goes, I wanted to go see what's happening in Northern Virginia, because I'm having a heck of a time finding property and it's red, like it's completely red. Like, okay, that's why I'm not finding a lot of off-market stuff up here. So I kind of took that information and I'm still looking in my other markets to evaluate the bigger pockets thing, because again, if they're only offering to so many agents and my market's already pretty unavailable in terms of off-market deals, the markets I'm looking at, it's pretty off-market deals. I'm going to decide what membership if I do with them, because that lead, it did kind of bother me when he said, and it was, he was just kind of like nonchalant with like, yeah, we just feed them out there, and you don't know like feed how many to who, and is everybody getting the same lead? And I was just kind of like, let me just put a pause on that for a minute and take a deeper look. So
right, because then we're in a realtor.com or Zillow situation.
Right.
Too far. And it was a great thing when it first started. So because BP's is fairly new, maybe it will be a great thing. You can write it up high enough until you've got the great numbers and become the only one in that area, or whatever that looks like. And then it dilutes over time. And all it is, there's nothing weird about that. Every type of marketing we do is very powerful in the beginning and dilutes over time. It's just what it looks like. So that's just, all right. My good news is a fess up and the good news. So my fess up is I did not do my videos yesterday, which I was supposed to do. And I promised Craig, I didn't promise, but I committed to him, which is the same damn thing as my word. So I did not do it. My day got completely taken away from me, which is just a crappy excuse. I didn't do it. So just let that hang there. My good news is I did meet with a guy about marketing, and I'm getting him on. I hooked him up with Gary already. I already told Gary about him. I'm hooking up with Gary to do the podcast, and then hopefully from there, the meeting. He has he's got a good program, and I like it, and I'm doing it. So what it is, we spent an hour on Zoom, actually an hour 5, and we just went through, he explained to me the history of marketing. So he said, I want to take you from 10,000 feet all the way down to you. And so he did that. He's like, here's marketing. Here's what it used to look like. Here's what it looks like now. Here's what Facebook really is. When you really dive into it, here's what Facebook really is. It's the best, cheapest data research tool you will ever have in your entire life. And here's what TikTok is. And here's why they're completely different. And here's why this is, if you're going to do Facebook, here's your thing here. And if you, so I have like 3 pages of notes, and I'm like, when we're done, about 15 minutes before the call ended, I'm like, this is so much work. And what I realized is it's because I've been so resistant. That's what it is. And that's why I was like, come on, I'm going to, let's do this, because I'll have to fess up if I don't do my stuff, which I'm not liking. I hate having to do blah, 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 to build that hedge around me to do what I know is the direction I need to go. And so I've been using every mental, psychological trick I can get around me to do it. And I'm like, it's so much work. And he goes, all that aside, he goes, you need to dive first into, when we go through this, you need to dive first into who you are. And he's like, what do you like? What do you don't like? What, as far as marketing and advertising goes. And so I'm like, I flipping hate talking to a green dot on my phone. I hate it. I love this. And I'm like, I have this little group and we do, and da, 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 da. And when we're meeting with Gary, or I'm doing classes, or I'm doing in person, or one-on-one on the phone, that's just a phone call. That's totally cool too. I got no issues with any of that. I can, have a good time. And he said, so why aren't you doing that? And I'm like, well, because this is, and he goes, you have 3,600 people in your Facebook. I have 1,000 on TikTok now. He goes, you have 3,600 people in your Facebook. He goes, put a message out there that you want to get to know them better. And then just put it on your Facebook. DM me if you're interested, basically, and then go through and pick 10 people and put that message one at a time to the 10. I want to get to know my Facebook friends better. I would love to help you with something in business. Are you cool with doing a Zoom for free? And I'll just give you, we'll just do like 20 minutes and dig into your business. He goes, film that, and you're going to get all the little tidbits. He goes, and put that out there. He goes, and then from there, drive people to, for me, KV Core, and then have my KV Core page be, get this free, because you have 4 links on your front KV Core page. You can go anywhere. Get this free, this free, this free, sign up for the class. He's like, and then, but in order to do it, you've got to get their emails and to get these free things. So set up that wall so that you got to get their emails. He goes, and then you're giving away content. You're helping people out. You're getting the word out about your stuff. And people are going to see you and, on Facebook. He goes, and you can tell what's going to work and what's not going to work. So that's the little bitty snippet of what he told me, pages and pages of notes off this thing. And it was like, okay, all right, that's the direction we go with this thing then. So.
It's interesting that you were, because I've been with that, it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
And so for so long, for decades, as far as marketing, we could hide behind words. Like marketing was putting out information, not our face to put out the information.
Right.
And so as it's changed, it reminds me when faxes came in. I mean, that's how old I am. People are like, why are you investing in faxes? Like it just made communicating more efficient. And so this change, I've been struggling. I know it's good. I know it'll be more effective. I know it'll make it more efficient. It's just finding my lane.
Yes. So then what is it you like? And then,
right.
Okay, so what Joe's going to do, or what Joe's program is this. So Joe will do 3 months of coaching. And I think it's going to be $500 a month. Is what he's going to settle on. So $500 a month, 3 months of coaching. And what it looks, but instead of just saying it's going to look exactly like this, he goes, well, what do you want? And I'm like, oh, exactly what I want. I want an hour session where we dive into a very specific action plan for what it is that I want to do with who I am in my business. And then I want another hour looking back at the numbers and analyzing it to tweak for the next session. And he goes, better yet, let's do this. He goes, why don't we do an hour session 1 week? The second week, we'll do 15 minutes looking backwards at your numbers, do any tweaks we need to. The next week, we'll do an hour session. We'll deep dive again, and then 15 minutes looking backwards. And we'll keep on doing that. And I was like, that's brilliant. And because he gave it to me in a way of things that I like doing, I'm really excited now. It doesn't feel like work. So I just, and plus, I know him, I've got a relationship with him. So there's a group that we're a business building group, and we meet every single week. There's like 5 of us. And what we do is, and we're all launching different businesses and different components. So for me, it's Success Magazine. And so we completely focus on this person with the next thing that they're launching, whatever it is. And we're all very different with what we bring to the table. Like one person's completely financial, Joe's completely marketing. I am a builder. That's what I do. Chris is a relationship, social, all that kind of stuff person. And the other person is very systems. So I've known him as we've been building up these businesses, and we just hot seat that person. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do with this, is work with him for 3 months. Cause he said after 3 months, you're going to have a marketing plan that's going to be tailored. It's going to work perfect for you. It'll be tailored to you. It'll work. All the systems will be placed. He goes, we don't need a year of coaching. He's like, you don't need it. Nobody needs it. He's like, you need 3 solid months of doing stuff, tweaking it, doing it, tweaking it. And he goes, and it's kind of funny because I'm like, marketers are like kind of slimy sometimes. And he goes, I hate marketers. They're gross. He is brilliant, and he's really good at getting, like, he can convert, his stuff converts. So, and it's very personal.
Very good.
Thank him, because we're learning through you from,
Yeah, it'll be designed for me and who I am, but he'll design yours if you want to do it through you and who you are. But you'll get to meet him once I get him into Gary Singer, at least on the podcast, and then we'll go from there. Or I can always bring him on to talk to us in our group too. I mean, really, whatever you guys want, I can make that work. Anyway, I will. Young guy, does 6 figures, travels with his kids in a camper van and his wife, and travels all over and does business anywhere he wants to, because that's the life he wants to live. Like, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
I certainly
So,
think about that.
Have you seen the movie Limitless?
Mhm.
I've not seen that yet, but I've heard
Yeah.
really good things about it.
It's good.
I need some of those pills.
I want those pills. I have seen it. Oh,
I
hang on.
need,
I've seen this movie.
Everybody needs those pills.
yeah, I need to be laser focused. Like, it gets frustrating sometimes because I'm like on the horse and off. I'm on the horse and off.
Well, you gotta leave the moonshine back there.
I haven't
you
tasted
like-
it in a while.
Do you like the horse? That's the question. 'cause
Evidently I do. I know it's a habit. And it's a comfort zone. It's part of, a comfortability, but it's hard to get out of that comfort zone, and change that mindset and just, change that paradigm, period.
I agree.
Greg,
with you.
do you have a reward system set up, or a punishment system set up if you don't do whatever, like you would with the kids? If you get this much done this week, you're gonna get this, and
Yeah.
if you don't, these are the consequences.
No, I don't.
Maybe you need to set one up for you.
I know I need to like spank myself or
Okay,
something.
hang on. What is something around your house, a chore you hate doing? Hate.
Making the bed is one, but my
Is
wife
that like
makes it every morning.
disgust? Is that disgust hate, or is it just like, I really don't like doing it?
I just don't like doing it. I don't know what.
That's
don't I-
disgust hate.
what
Mine
do I-
is cooking and cleaning the
Oh.
kitchen.
I hate going under the house in the crawl space.
Uh,
Why would you have to do
I
that?
hate that.
Why would you have to do that?
Well, right now my sump pump is messing up. I got to change that out. So, I
Okay.
mean, I
Okay,
hate going under that period.
hang
For
on.
any-
Okay, so what would, if you were gonna hire somebody else or use somebody else, is that a doable thing? To hire a
Yeah.
handyman or somebody else to go do it instead of you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what would you need to do to feel comfortable enough with hiring that person? Would you have to have another deal on the books? Would you have to have videos done, banked up 15 of them? Would you have, like, what is, so that you don't have to crawl underneath the house? And if you don't do it, you
You
crawl
gotta
underneath.
crawl under the
Like-
house.
Like if it's not done by Friday or Tuesday or whatever your cutoff date, like I have till this day to get this done, or I have to do this every single day. And if I don't do it or I miss a day, I'm underneath the house. Like, what can you set up? Since that's the thing that you hate. And by the way, I would be there too. Underneath houses, there's creepy things.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out.
Play with that.
But
The other, yeah,
I'm so used to, I mean, stuff like that, though. I'm so used to doing it myself. Like,
I know. But if you don't
That's
like,
why it's a reward.
yeah, I'm frugal, so I don't
I hear
I
ya.
don't pay for much.
I used to, so I hated cleaning my house. I hate it. I'm fine with keeping it straight and picked up and all that, but the actual cleaning of it, I hate doing. I hate it. I mean, to be really honest, when I was younger, I used to smoke pot so I could get my house clean because I had to do anything to get to where because I'm just like, I just can't deal with this. And finally one day I'm like, I flipping hate this. I'm not doing it anymore. And I told my husband, I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not doing it anymore. Like, get a housekeeper or somebody else is doing this because I'm done. And yeah, and I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm frugal too. But it's very worth the $100 or whatever it is we pay the person to come in and clean the dang house.
Yeah.
I heard something which I really liked, and it was this. The guy goes, look, here's the thing. You're not getting out of this thing alive. You flat out, it is not happening. You're not getting out of this thing called life alive. So if you're not going to get out of it alive, you might as well go do everything you ever wanted to do, fall on your damn face, pick yourself back up again, because it doesn't flipping matter. You're not winning anyway. So go do it. And it was such a counter thought that it's just stuck in the back of my head. Like, oh, you ain't getting out of it alive anyway. Well, go try it, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of counterintuitively have really enjoyed thinking about you're dying anyway. Might as well go do something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm setting up my Facebook. I'm still going through my stuff, my action plan. I'm meeting with Gary today to go through my vision, my planning, and those kinds of things, because we really haven't. We've only done tiny little bits. And so I actually booked where we're going to dive into some stuff. And then I have 3 people to contact for my class that have said they're possibly interested. So that is definitely getting done today. And then I'm going through the rest of this thing to get this list of the things done with the people contacted. And I'm going to put my little Facebook message out there to see who wants to do it. And I'm just going to set the dang things up because I like that idea and that gets me really excited. And it does what I want it to do. Oh, and Ava's going to build out the KV core, which is almost already built out. I got to figure out 3 free things to give away. And then my class, which I'll just find 3 things. I've got billions, so this won't take long. So that's my action plan. Yes.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, we're going to talk about the things that Joe taught me about marketing, and we'll dig into the stuff that he taught me, that 10,000 foot view up, and then think about what you like about marketing and what you don't like about marketing. And let's kind of hone down there and see if we can't come up with something that excites you as well. So you're not getting on and off the horse nonstop, because the poor horsey would rather you were just on the horsey.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, you know, finding the thing that excites me.
Mm-hmm.
And staying excited about it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And so, Anna, you are such I tell you, Kathy, you're like the mom that makes sure everybody gets covered and taken care of. You absolutely are. And Anna, you are like Kathy, you're the mom that makes sure everybody's covered and heard. And Anna, you're the mom that makes sure everybody's loved. So it's really nice. Brianna,
Aw, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you.
it's true. It really is. Brianna is the mom that will kick everyone's ass and tell them. Huh? Please make sure that we think.
I
Yes.
just want you guys in my life.
Ah. Liz is the mom that makes sure that we're remembering what we're supposed to remember. Now think about this, now think about that, now think about this over here. That's that. And Craig is the dad that I wish I had.
Oh,
Aw.
wow.
It really is true.
Honestly, this group was like, I really, like, it was just absolutely godsend. So my mission in this life, after I had a second chance in life, was to spread light everywhere I go. And that is my mission with you guys, spread the light and the love in every way possible. So however it is that I can do it, I'm here for you.
Aw,
That's
And-
really sweet. Thank you.
it is, it really is. Thank you, because we definitely can feel it. With
This
that.
wasn't supposed to be a tearjerker moment.
Right.
Welling, so yeah, so
You
just,
guys helped me stay out of jail.
this is, I love it.
Like,
By the way, Bree, that girl, you're welcome. That girl that you helped, I reached out to her yesterday and I called her and I got a text back. I'm on the phone with DHS right now, or CHS or whatever that her,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I know that she's I just wrote back, like, go kick their ass. So I know she's dealing with whatever it is that looks like. I'm gonna circle around with her probably tomorrow and find out how she's doing.
I gave her
Um,
6 resources, agencies that DCS was supposed to provide for her. Like, this is who DCS is supposed to do, what they're supposed to do, and this is what you tell DCS that you need.
Love it.
Balls to the wall.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So it's very cool. Yes.
So yesterday, I texted you Nicole's number. I didn't reach out to her.
Okay.
But anyway,
I got nothing yet. So,
okay. I mean, it's fine. You know, it's up to her now. So, you know,
okay.
if she decides not to do it, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so when she was asking me, she was like, so will I be under you? Or you know, whatever. I was like, no, you stay under.
Yeah, she's in the EXP now. She would stay where
Yeah.
she's.
So I
Yeah.
was like, no, you stay under who you are. She was like, well, what's in it for you? I was like, nothing. I just want to help you.
Craig, I changed it.
Really?
to If someone, because a lot of people that are sponsors aren't doing a great job at mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they've been so hard and rigid about you're staying under that person,
Mm-hmm.
that now I believe there's some leniency as far as if someone is more of your mentor and someone is your sponsor and they're not providing you like the upline support,
Uh-huh.
that you can list 2. So check in your broker. This was like a month ago. I saw this discussion from EXP and like, so go into your broker room or go into the EXP world. I don't know who to ask, or, you know, like go into the EXP.
I'm gonna go read the ICA also because the ICA was redone, but it was supposed to be minor and maybe there's something in the ICA.
Yeah, I saw that update. They didn't mention that. in the
No,
last
they didn't. They
update.
just said there was this minor thing, blah, 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 and that's
Yeah.
it. But I also
Wonder-
did not read it.
I wonder if onboarding support would know.
They
Yeah.
might-
Yeah,
Yeah, they would know.
because
Uh-huh.
like, you know, there's the family tree line that we're part. Well, if you're under Gary, you're under
Honey
like
badger line.
Honey Badgers, and they have a group on both Facebook and Workplace called the Family Tree. And it's kind of like, it's definitely, you don't even have to be in their downline. So it spurred from that, like people just wanting to help other agents and those agents saying, well, we want to reward the people that are supporting us versus the people we signed up under.
This is going to get, if this is true, it's going to get very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And I think it can get very ugly.
Yeah,
And there were people that they signed up under that left, and then it went up, and those people have no relationship with them.
Right. And that's always going to be there. Like, I mean, that's just going to be a component, even though they have built in that your spouse can slide into that spot as long as they're licensed. Yeah, I definitely am interested in this. I'll talk to Gary also and see if he's heard anything. And then I added on my list, but there's no way I can get to it for the next couple of days because I have to get this done and my marketing done, and I am swamped. Anyway, Craig, can we
Yeah.
chat for a minute? Can we stay on?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. All right, everybody else, have an amazing rest of your day. I am super looking forward to just every morning. Like every morning that I get to spend with you guys is a really good morning. So thank you.
Yeah, I always look forward to it.
Yeah,
Me
Yeah.
too.
love you guys.
Keep me out of jail. Love you.
Anytime.
Tomorrow you got stripes.
Send us your cash out so we can send you bail money.
There you go.
I love you guys.
All right.
We're